Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another spread. I hope things have been well with you. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. It's always a pleasure to host. I'd also like to thank my angels, ancestors, spirit guides, oversoul, and all sentient beings that walk with me in the highest white light, protecting me, you, and the messages during these exchanges. All right, y'all, let's see what's on the menu so that we can all continue navigating like a boss. All right, boom. Quiet is here. Oh, now I immediately I heard it's time to take a sit down. But then immediately following that, I could not tell whether this was about you or somebody in your space. So this could be you needing to take time for meditation. I mean, it's always a good thing to do. But I get the feeling that for some of y'all, this is also about somebody else that's been coming around you. Maybe somebody that you work with. Maybe somebody, it's somebody that you've had to interact with or that you interact with that needs to shut up. I mean, just, it ain't always us, okay? Look at this. This is now talking about folks who have already been quiet. And now it's time to come out of hermit mode and start circulating again. You got the jewels that you were meant to get. And maybe it's some things in addition to what you learned for yourself that maybe you're supposed to be sharing with others. Oh my. Heal. Okay, so this is definitely talking about someone's healing journey. You ever heard folks say turn pain into profit? Now, this ain't just about profit. This is about you just getting value from the universe and sharing value with those you're meant to. So this is about the whole journey, about knowing when to stay still, knowing when to step out, and always making healing a priority in that cycle, though. Whether you're in quiet mode or communicate mode, knowing how to time that thing, that's wisdom. Look at this. It's time to open. Okay? I'm going to put another one up here and see if I can squeeze it on. Yeah, I can squeeze that. Yeah. And it's crazy because my AC just popped on. So it's like, as soon as I thought about opening and how one expands with each cycle of healing, you expand to higher levels or more expanded levels of being grounded, being wise, being healed, you know? Mystery is here. Ooh. Ooh, I'm getting, someone's getting an invite into like a download session. Here we go. This is about opening the channels for a mysterious type of communication. You understand? Ooh. Are you ready for that? It feels like the kind of meditation session that you're going to need to scribble some notes down for afterwards. Yep. And under the bottom of the deck, share. So it's things that you're going to download that's just going to be for you. But then there are going to be other things you're meant to share. And I'm talking beyond your household. So very nice. Get on out here. Share. Share with us. Yeah. Ooh, I just saw jealous. Yeah. That the narrative that somebody that you come into contact with needs to just shut up, though, that's still there. They need to just be quiet. They need to be quiet instead of communicating and take their butt somewhere to heal. Okay. Anyways. Come through, spirit. What else do we want to add to this? Nature spirits is here. So definitely the taking the time for quiet and to connect and to ground is a big deal. Someone's definitely ascending because going in and out of these cycles is just like a breath, a pulse. You know, it's up, it's down, it's in, it's out, it's in, it's out. That's the real living body of Christos. You understand? It breathes. It's not always inhaling, meaning in solitude, and it's not always exhaling, meaning out in everybody's face all the time. Okay? Nature Spirits has the number 39 on here. That's significant. Someone may be 39 years old. That's a huge threshold to be crossing for those of you who are right at that 40 threshold. Yeah. you'd want to tighten up before you kick on over into your 40s and open to these healing and these mysterious communications. Yes. The mysterious communications you can only receive in the quiet. You have to open. Ooh, yeah. This is about opening that vessel for those higher messages. 3 and 9 reduces down to 12, which is the hangman, baby. That's Piscean energy. That's also talking about gaining a higher perspective. We've kind of touched on that before. So you've got downloads coming. Hey, look at that. Veiled is here. This is about the mysteries, okay? This ain't about just the millionaires and the ones fighting for good and protecting the children and whatnot. This is about the mysteries. This is about that intuitive energy, that mysterious person amongst you with those gifts. You know what I'm saying? Those being able to tap into the unseen. There's something about clairaudience here as well. Someone's super clairaudient, or you're going to be opening up as far as clairaudience goes. You'll typically start to get those high-pitched tones and stuff. They say it's attributed to other earthly things, but definitely a lot of clairaudient people hear those high-pitched tones. It's literally like, do you remember in school when they used to have the PA system and it would make this tone, boo, before they actually say the message? Yeah, that's what those high pitches in your head are equivalent to. Boom. Good morning, everyone. You know, it's like your ancestors about to come over the PA system and make an announcement. You hear the tone first. Anyways, we stepping down 39 to 38. So hermit mode has been coming up a lot, and that's definitely about stepping down from the activities of the outside world, and that lines up with this. Getting somewhere that's quiet for healing and opening to mysteries. Yeah, you kind of want to get people out the way for stuff like that. 38 reduces down to 11, which is the Justice card. Man, that which is righteous, upright, correct, balanced, fair. Look at that. Time. Okay, so here's the thing. With 39 being there and then 38, these two were a reduction. And see, time after that is letting me know someone's traveling backwards in time. You're going from where you are backwards somewhere. So don't be surprised if a lot of childhood memories and things start to click and dots from your childhood start to connect, or even from past lives. Okay, because this is a communication, a mysterious communication that's gonna come to you through time, some sort of way, a time portal. 41 is significant. There we are. Kicking over into the 40s now. 41 is significant. Reduce it down to 5, which is the Hierophant. Wow. Yeah, someone's definitely ascending spiritually as it pertains to these downloads and these dots that are about to connect. Anything more, Spirit? Look at that. Gratitude. Some of you may want to consider lighting a candle to add an air of sacredness to your prayer and meditation time. You ain't got to do what I said. It's just a download that came through. Okay? Something that smells nice. Get some aromatherapy in your life. Start healing those senses. Yeah, that's therapy. Get you something that smells amazing and light it and sit still. And just let the lightning bolts and the strokes of genius just roll in. Have your pen and pad ready. Look, let me out. Bottom of the deck is meditate. Yeah. Don't come over here if you don't want things from the other side of the veil to touch you, because they shall. Things start getting weird over here. Good weird, though. All right. 40 is significant. Reduces down to 4, which is the Emperor. That energy is heavy. That's Big Daddy energy. Do you understand me? Somebody's paternal lineage, as far as ancestors, is reaching out and touching them a lot these days. 35 on gratitude reduces down to 8, which is the Strength card. So this is a strong ascension. Like someone's seriously moving upward towards a pinnacle. You know, the people you would see on TV and you're like, oh, look at the Pope. He's old, he's wise, or whatever. This is like you becoming the Pope. You understand? And I'm not talking about for any bizarre reason. I'm talking about for what it's supposed to be about. Or this is like you becoming whoever the leader is, as it pertains to morals, truth, integrity, enlightenment, whoever that is in your community or in your culture, that's who you're becoming. Am I talking to the next Gandhi, the next, I ain't gonna say, where did that come from? I just heard Rasputin. Listen, that's a little too weird. That might be a little too weird. I don't know if I would suggest Rasputin, but whoever you are, you're opening up your gifts to a level that is absolutely, is going to be clear as something from beyond this world. Okay. But that requires that you sit and let the mysteries communicate to you. Okay. Boom. We have the reversed Queen of Pentacles here. Listen. There is a sneaky earth sign around you that wants to communicate. I'm looking at this little these quadruples here. These quad right here. This communicate, veiled, nature spirits. Yeah, that's definitely an earth sign that wants to talk to you. But they're hidden. And they're quiet right now. This is extra messages coming in. Take what's yours. Don't burden yourself with nothing more. But yeah. So for some of you, there's a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that for whatever reason wants to talk. I'm going to get nosy real quick. This may be one of the, of course, duh. This is one of the spirits. Like it's literally here. I'm thinking nature, earth, but communicate, veil. This is something or something. Whoo. It could be a thing. It's something or someone from beyond the veil that wants to communicate with you. But here's my thing. This Queen of Pentacles is reversed. And that's why I'm like, I don't know, because why are you reversed, ma'am? Sir? Like, what are there? Okay, so we have to find out. Definitely discernment is going to be necessary because it'd be weird guys that they hear the PA system on the other side too. Boom. Yeah. And then they come in and try and send you some fugazi message from the side and mix up the frequency, the signals with some bogus mess. Let's see, what is this reverse Queen of Pentacles spirit talking about? Oh, I heard poverty out the gate. Look at this. Whatever this is definitely from the underworld. I'm trying to, what should be the collective's response is what I was going to say. Before I could finish getting it out, though. They're saying you should not interact with this thing. Okay, so this spirit shows up in lack mentality thought forms. That's what make it tricky because people be expecting spirits to show up as like a gangly thing cloud floating in your room or something. Sometimes it's never correction. Most of the time it is never external. They show up as thought forms. Do you hear me? So lack mentality thoughts. If you do not have the money for maybe to order out and your kid's bugging the crap out of you, can we order a pizza? Blah, 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 blah. Instead of responding or even thinking, I can't do that right now. I don't have the money. That is a negative thought form. That's definitely a reversed Queen of Pentacles talking reversed. I can't. I don't. Get the not words from around your money. You understand? Put an end to that. Put an end to using no and not words around your money. What you can say is, let's do something better. We'll make our own pizza. Boom. Say it like that. Stay away from the negatives, the minus words. I call them minus words. There are plus words and there are minus words. Take the minus words from around your money. So they're letting you know that that with that reversed energy, that there's a negative pentacles spirit that like to try and show up. Ooh. They said put an end to that. Don't let them. That 7 of Wands is definitely you taking your stick and batting that thing back down. Like, get back. Get out of here. Yeah. Chase them off your land. You know what I'm saying? Avoid that. All right. Let's have Let's have some more. I'm going to finish this row. How about time? What you want to say about the time card? All right. Spun around too. Woo! Woo. Okay, so you are successfully closing out a cycle with those. That's what the healing is. Duh. Ding, 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 ding. That's what the healing is, y'all. Is striking down the minus thought form, the negative pentacle talk. Because you guys, we've talked about this. There are previous reads where they're telling me you guys have millionaires amongst you. Multi-millionaires. I'm not talking about barely just breaking across the 999,000 mark. No. I'm talking about multi. I'm talking about a good, comfortable double dig. You know what I'm saying? Double dig mill is what I mean. So, the healing that you're opening yourself up to in meditation is to put an end and strike down. Look at all all those sticks around his knees are the negative reverse Queen of Pentacle thought forms around your knees, trying to jab at you like, yeah, you can't have no pizza. You know what I'm saying? This is you with your big stick saying, I have something better. Crack all of those negative things out of your way. I have something better. We're going to make our own pizza. You're successfully closing out the cycle. Those things they're not showing up as nightmares. They're showing up as little naggy, not words, not and no words. You know? Don't is do not. Get away from those things. Can't is cannot. You gotta push it out. You can push them off you. And that will be successfully closing out the cycle of the negative pentacle spirits messing with your head. And that's tough. That's tough now because the economy is trash. Look at that. Hangman energy is back out here. Yes, it is. So again, hopefully this has led to the enlightenment that was meant. What I just said, because I'm telling you, for some of y'all, that is literally the last thing to pluck out of your way before you just pull the linchpin on everything and boom, you're finished stomping your second foot up into this best timeline, and you've been busting your chops to get to. What else we got, Spirit? These people are ready for their new life. What? Divine power. New opportunities. This is all you have to do. They're telling you the instant you close out that cycle with this enlightenment, this is what got next. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and cover the negative, heifer, boop, with this Ace of Wands now. You just did a little bit of tarot energy work with me just there. She showed she was there reversed, and now we are eclipsing her with your new power because you're over that crap. Yep. We got Scorpionic energy down here with the Death card. I believe Sag Cap energy with the World over here. And again, Pisces with the Hangman. This could be talking to or about those signs or those seasons. Okay? Let us continue, friends. This is getting good. I love mind over matter. I love it. We have the reverse Two of Swords here. Yeah. That other stuff was confusion. You're putting it into and exerting ultimate Ace of Wands power over confusion. Because some of you are literally doing all the right things. You're going to work. You're saving your money. You're paying your bills. And still, minus energy is happening around your money. But that's because you've been thinking and speaking it. And you are literally that powerful. Once we become more aware of our thoughts, because that thing will roll out of you real quick. It's like knee-jerk reaction sometimes. They're telling you what you're getting over. They're literally showing you with this Ace of Wands. Because see, that's the Ace of Wands, the ultimate power itself. And this is you holding that same divine wand and cracking that stuff down from around you, from nagging and poking at you. Get from around me. With that wand, doing this act leads to eradicating this confusion, Okay, and delays, and this house trash. This is also talking to and or about someone who's physically healing. Okay, divine power eradicating psychological confusion, mental illness, and over here, all illness, physical illness, whatever. Some of you are getting over that type of minus talk. Some of that minus talk has been literally chipping away at your cells. Okay? And leaving you susceptible to things that you don't have to be. So all you have to do is take those not words and not no words from around your good fortune, and you're getting rid of this stuff here. Mental health, bad physical health, bad emotional health, bad anything health, bad financial health, of course, and also stagnation or things just being delayed and rough and having all this baggage. Yeah. Mind over matter. Mental magic is king. Woo! Before I can even finish putting the G on king, here's the emperor. This is you. After you done cracked your wand over those demons or those negative spirits that have been floating in as little thought forms. Yeah, this is you. This is what happened. They literally show you the whole your whole healing transition. They showed it to you. They even showed you how to get to it with meditate, communicate, stillness, quiet. And also sharing with others, because when you take in wisdom and you take in value, things of wealth, and then you share a portion of it with others, it creates a flow. You make room for more that you can stockpile, and then room for more to share. You continue to expand and expand and expand in all the ways. Create your own positive flow and get rid of those negative thought forms because they're in the way. Boom. Let's continue. Let's close you out. They done gave you a whole formula. Yeah, some of you been trying to get past these roadblocks for the past decade. You done earned your stripes. It's time to get up out of there. Yeah, Capricorn season is key. You know why? That's that threshold between the Sag and Cap right there. That is the winter solstice, is it not? I'm telling you right now. You don't have to be a certain practice as it pertains to energetic management. We're on the zodiac wheel. We're literally shifting through each sign's time in 12 segments. And there are real shift points energetically. Time, energy, timeline. It's happening with every inch we go around the wheel. Okay? Capricorn season has a major energetic shift point, and it happens just before Christmas. Okay? Woo! That's a huge spill. Look at that! Let me pick this up. Friend, this is how close you are. Did I not say the instant that you get them puff of smoke, negative nature, pentacle thoughts out of your head, you immediately get the biggest divine power ever slapped in the palm of your hand with that Ace of Wands. 100% manifested. You are right there. Promise. Shem Angel 43. Veuilia, dominating king. Does that not sound like this guy? Man or woman? This being? Completely established? Completely healed, whole, and wise in all the ways? Dominating king. The emperor. 4 and 3 is significant as the 7, which is the chariot. They reduce down to 7. The chariot energy, you are successfully en route to the emperor seat or another level as it pertains to the emperor's seat, the throne. Wow. They're literally mapping this out in your face in real time. They're showing you all this. And for a lot of you, the pinnacle, the culminating event happens in literally like less than 90 days, friend. That's very, very, very soon. Okay. Someone might actually be 43 though. Okay. Look at, ooh. Coming straight from your ancestors to you, Ahava. This was one of the very, very, very first Hebrew power terms I ever learned and decided to connect to was Ahava. Love. Love. Wow. Cultivate the energy. Several days. Over the next several days, this energy is going to swell up around you. Okay. Open to it. You deserve it. Okay. Manipulator energy. Ooh, there they go. Look. This is you. They gave you a formula. They gave you a wand. You wield that wand. That means you're doing what? You're manipulating the energies. What energies?
Power off.
What energies? The energies of peaceful prosperity. And I'm just sitting here thinking about how the speaker just said power off. Yeah, this is you cracking them with that 7 of Wands. As soon as you crack them 6 swords down at your knees right there and get them out of your hair, that's you turning their power off. That's you turning the reverse Queen of Pentacles power off. That's what your manipulation does. And then you usher in this peaceful prosperity because you're wielding your power and you're eradicating or putting that death energy over those negative thought forms. Cultivate this energy, Shalah. Shalah, that is Hebrew for prosperity and or peaceful prosperity. Okay? Loving it. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and or the season, all significant. Whoa. Big bread. Whoa. Fake family members. So this is another quiet you want to consider. Don't tell those guys about your stuff. That fake family member might be a Scorpio. But if that's not in the case, maybe you're the Scorpio or someone that isn't fake. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, North Node energy, or that season. Likely they're telling you that season is going to be a colossal shift for you. Look at that. They're giving you power turns. I'm telling you, somebody out there is an energetic management expert because they're using me to throw formulas at you. Okay. Now, even if you don't speak Hebrew or whatever, in your culture, in your language, in your region, whatever the power terms are for these, what's the power term in your walk of life for nourishment? What's the power phrase for prosperity? Cultivate the energies. They're giving you like mantra magic, affirmation magic with these specific words. Suna. This is how you say this one. Suna. Suna. Okay? Yeah, you're in full bloom. It's time. And this is all good for you, this quiet time, this meditation, because they're about to give you some jewels. Pisces rising energy is significant. Honesty is the best policy. So this is talking about those fake family members. Okay? They're fake because this is a policy you uphold. They do not. Okay? Plan that trip. Look, you're going to have the resources to do it soon. Canada's a good look if you want to just breeze through and take that in. The beauty of the peacock is significant. That I'm feeling Oshun for someone. But taking in that which is beautiful and positive. This is going to replace the spot in your brain that the negative thought forms had about beauty and abundance and wealth and love and things. Gravitate towards that which is beautiful. Praiseworthy God. Nimamia. This is Shem Angel 57. Okay? Praiseworthy God. There are some, man, listen. The way you share your healing with others is going to put you in a position where you look like this. Praiseworthy. People are going to be so thankful that you're sharing, that you were kind enough to not gatekeep. Okay? Some of you don't know how to accept compliments. You need to learn how, because they're going to be coming. Okay? Just accept it. You're freaking awesome. You just got to get those last few dust balls out of your brain. Don't we all? 57 is significant. Somebody was born in 1975. I'm not sure who that's for. Maybe even 1957. 7 and 5 reduced down to 12 again. This is the hangman energy again. This is about your enlightenment and your ascension, man. You transmuted all this crap they tried. It's crazy because some of you all's healing is absolutely necessary because of this. This is where you got the poverty mindset from, the lack mindset from. The pressure might have been too much for your family, for your parents. But you've got this. So you can go ahead and cancel all of those I ain't got the money statements that you inherited from your cheapskate mom or dad. Okay. You transmute it. Boom. So some of you are striking down and eradicating lack mindset that is generational. Like this is a really big Goliath. that you're about to have to pluck down. Okay? But you got this. Some of them wished ill on you. Some of them may wish ill on you, especially when they see you were the one that cracked the code. Oh, they're going to be pissed. Okay? Yeah. Because first of all, it's going to mean it's going to them, they're going to feel called out almost. Because you cracking the code means that they were incapable of it. Like, that's how they're going to take it. They're not going to take it as, oh, you figured it out. They're going to look at themselves first and say, oh, they think they're better than me. You know what I'm saying? Even though all you're trying to do is fix stuff. Like, people are silly. Okay? Just transmute, just move on. This is exactly why you go quiet on them when all these millions start rolling in. They are not to bring all their negative thought forms across the threshold of your home. No, they wished ill on you, some of them. Their fate is sealed. And the only reason why some of you are stepping across this threshold into more and more abundance is because you have severed your ties with them. The sad thing about it is that even though that may be your favorite cousin or you love your Nana, if Nana is comprised of negative thought forms, by now she has become a negative thought form. If you're cutting off the negatives in your mind, you're going to have to cut off the negative mind thing factories. These people are so riddled sometimes with negativity that they've become one of the top performers for negative. And you are ascending away from that. Their fate is sealed. Look at this. Moon magic is here. What? We got a super moon tonight. Yes, we do. Oh, my. Yeah, Aries energy is significant. Sun, moon, rising, Venus. Look at here. You can read it for yourself. Life is good and shall continue to be so. Virgo energy. Big time in the past few reads out here. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or the season. Okay. Miami is in the building. They didn't say great things about Miami in the last read, but here we are. Detroit is in the building. The Midwest. Mascara. This is for Brigus, Le Métis Noirs. Little tune. I like it. It's if you're into like Afro beats and African music, yeah. I like instruments, and they play a lot of instruments and stuff in their tunes. But that's talking about those masks. If you didn't catch my drift with my little drawing there, because that's supposed to be my version of a fancy mask. But yeah, it's about those masks. The masks of those fake family members have fallen off. And your mask's about to fall off too. They're going to see how awesome you are when you crack the code and leave them in the dust. Shem Angel 1 is here. Vehuia. God, elevated and exalted above all things. Have you ever heard in the Christians or in Christianity where they say, I forgot what passage it is, but it's something about the divine preparing a table for them before or in front of their enemies. This right here. You are being elevated and exalted above all things on your walk because you're connecting to the divine more. Like attracts like. If you step away from the negative, you become less negative. If you're stepping towards the divine, you become more divine. Psh, birds of a feather is how I go. Okay? So this is the experience here of that table being set and made before you. And everybody's mask is going to fall because their jaw is going to hit the floor. Like, holy cow, I did not want you to be the one. Or why you? Like, sometimes when people are jealous and they see something you have or something you're doing and they're jealous and you get the chance to see their actual real-time expression, their, you know what I'm saying? Their reaction in real time, they can't even hide it. The jealousy just washes over their face. Some of you guys are going to see that. Okay? I'd laugh if I were you because stupid. Nanny boo. Anyways, 1 is significant. This is the energy of the magician, the magi. This is about you cracking that wine. Okay. The next hour is significant. Or something over the past hour prior to you even getting to this reading may have been significant. One of you guys' ancestors is asking you to connect the past hour to whatever you're getting out of this right now. There's some dot they're trying to connect for you right now. All right. Tornado Alley is significant. I'm hearing Oya. Yeah, it's out with the old, in with the new. They're washing out the BS. This is also hurricane season for a lot of us. I know it is for me. But tornadoes, they come through and shake things up, blow things around, rearrange things. It's about the rearrangement. It's about that shift. Okay? Big shift in October for you guys. Shem Angel 28 is here. Say, hey, yeah. God who heals the ill. Look at that. Heal. 28 is significant. 2 and 8 reduces down to 10, which is the wheel of fortune, baby. Like I said, this is a shift. Okay? This is also talking about all that good fortune and that divine timing. It's time, honey. Whoa! And we're ascending 28 to 29. Rael, God, quick to help. Yeah. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Saint Expedite, but this is giving Saint Expedite energy. Real quick. All you got to do is hit them on the bat line. Who is them? Your ancestors. Your most high. Your divine. Wherever you look for inspiration beyond the veil. Okay? Quick to help. Just ring the bat line and here they come. Okay? With those messages. Next year is big. From this point into next year. Now, I want y'all to know that the reason why they're giving you so many little tidbits of instruction and suggestions right now, because again, we're leading up to this winter solstice. And right on the other side of that portal is the new year. 2026 is big for you guys. Okay? Those of you that's tapping in and doing and following what your ancestors are telling you, next year's big. You are to remain inspired. Lakes and ponds, still bodies of water. Look, let's go back over here. That's where that person is. So for a lot of you, they're suggesting that you meditate by a lake or a pond. Okay? The beach is good, but for this particular download, they want you by a body of water that is still. Okay? Yes. Very, very nice, you guys. Very, 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 very nice. Look at this. Bottom of the deck is Levevot Kedushim. This is about sacred hearts. You are sacred. You're not supposed to be living in lack and despair. Okay? As well-meaning as your family. They weren't well-meaning. They were fake. But we're going to be nice right now. As well-meaning as your family may have been, they did not have the level of sacredness in place that matches the walk you're destined for. Okay? And that's why you're shifting on up and out of that stuff. Okay? Big things of Guan. You're headed towards the emperor seat or the next level of being an emperor. Okay? That's your stability, your structure, your power, your authority. Do you understand? You're on your way. You got time for the shenanigans, the negative thought forms, the reversed Queen of Pentacles, lack, BS. None of that. None of that. Not for you guys. All right. That's your spread, sweetheart. I hope it has been helpful. If there's anything more you want to know, you can look in the description box. And until next time, peace.